Hi everybody, it's Patty and Debbie from Print and Pixel Studio, and this week we're going to be playing with our glue gun again. If you've seen our previous video, we did kind of a freehand frame making process with the glue gun that turned out really cute, and it was really a successful video. And so we thought, let's try the glue gun again, only this time we wanted to try some of the silicone molds that you see that are available to use with different mediums, and we kind of thought the glue gun might be kind of fun. And since everybody has a glue gun, basically, you know, it would be something that everybody has access to. So anyway, we ordered this one little set. We didn't want to go into it too deep because we weren't sure how it was going to work or not. So we ordered this one little set off of Amazon, and I don't know, it wasn't very expensive. I think it was $4 or $5 for the set, but we'll have it linked below in case you guys are interested in trying this process as well. And we were really impressed with how the mold or how the frames turned out. They really are super cute. And real quickly, we're just going to show you a few of them here that we did, and then we're going to show you the supplies that we used, and we're also going to make one and show you the whole process from start to finish with that. So anyway, here's one that's kind of a traditional little vintage lady in there, and this one we trimmed out, or we painted with what was this one? Brushed metal and the rose gold, I think it's, or brushed gold it's called. This is the same one we used on the frames we made previously, and we really like that color because you don't have to do anything to it, and it comes out with this great antique gold look. So we'll have this linked below too. Any of the supplies we used we'll have linked below. So we thought this turned out really cute. And then this one, we used the brushed silver. And we put this on, and neither one of us really liked it. We thought, this is not, it's too, it just had no personality. You know, it was just too blank.
Silver.
Didn't you think? Too
Yeah.
silver. Yeah, it was just, to me it looked more like just we'd painted it gray, and that was it. So we tried a bunch of different things. First we put black on it, and that made it better, you know, lightly brushed, like dry brushed black on, and that made it better, but still we weren't happy. So then we got the gold back out, and we dry brushed over that silver with the gold, and we think it just came out really great. It's got, Debbie thinks it looks kind of like pewter, and it does, but it adds so much detail to it and really brought out the design of the frame. So that process we'll be using again. And then these little guys, the reason we have the ribbon out here is because we're deciding, or Debbie's deciding, this is her project, deciding how she wants to attach these to the ribbon. But these are super, super cute. This is the little round mold that we used. And at first, and we'll show you what we mean when we make one, at first they come out and you think, oh gosh, these are awful. There's hardly any design to them or anything. But as you can see here, once you add the paint, all the pattern and design comes out, and all this little intricate detail shows up. So these are just super cute. And then she just backed them with some, I think that's fabric, isn't it? Yeah.
The pictures are actually fabric. Those are those,
Oh yeah,
the
these are the
fabric
ones
that we printed on.
Right,
Yeah.
we printed these fabrics. We used this in our other video with the other frames that we freehanded. But anyway, these are super cute. Cute magnets, cute, you know, they're just really, really cute little pieces. Great for a journal. You know what you could do too is use these and these little frames and put your kids' pictures in there and put them on a card for Grandma at Mother's Day or something. That'd be cute. Notice I'm always thinking about gifts for Grandma. So anyway, and then this one I took, and we had this little piece of fabric that we had stamped on, and I wanted to put something in this frame, and I thought, you know what? Why do I have to put that just in the frame? Why can't I lay the frame over that whole piece of fabric? And that's what I did. And I think it came out really, really cute. Just backed it, and it makes a super cute tag, and added a few little vintage millinery flowers that we had, and a little strip of muslin. Cute. Okay, and then Debbie had this experiment that she tried, and she wanted to get that feel of, you've seen those old 1800s or whatever year they were, framed pieces that kind of like protrude out from the frame, and they're usually fabric or velvet or something like that. So you know how we are. We come up with an idea and we don't want to wait around trying to get the supplies. We want to do it now. So she found this piece that she had stamped previously for another project on a piece of muslin. And she took the frame and painted it white first, and then painted over it with the blue, whoops, yeah.
Just throw my stuff around.
I know. With the blue matte tint in Shark. Now, at first we thought, oh, well, these colors won't really do much because they're pretty transparent. But believe me, and you'll see as we go along here, these are fabulous. The thing that makes them so nice is they're not so heavy. They're light, and they really, really work on the intricate details of these frames. So anyway, this is really cute. Oh, so back to the story. So in the real world, we would have used a piece of foam, I think, but we didn't have any, but we did have a cotton ball. So we kind of took that and wrapped the fabric around it. You know, we had to separate it out, wouldn't use the whole ball, but separated it out and then glued it onto a piece of oval cardstock that we had, and then took the fabric and glued that, wrapped it around the cotton ball and glued the back of it to a piece of cardstock, and then fit it into the frame. And it came out super cute, don't you think? I do. I love it. Love it. And then just backed a little bit here. But super cute.
Yeah.
And with velvet, that would be really
this is
neat.
just a pro.
Yeah,
this
these are prototypes. This is, quite frankly,
experiment.
Yesterday afternoon and this morning are when all this stuff was made. And the only real supplies we had that, you know, we purchased for it were the molds. Everything else is stuff we've already had in our workshop, and we purchased nothing else. It's just everything we had already. But cute, cute. Oh, here's another one she did that was super cute. This we were thinking of as a magnet for your refrigerator. Cute. We had these old, well, they were not really old, but they're little funky metal and, I don't know, plastic, I guess those are, flowers that were, I guess they're on those sticks, so they're like you stick in flowers or gift pack boxes or something. Anyway, she cut one up and put it on the corner of here, and how cute is that? But wouldn't that be a cute little magnet on your fridge?
The one is even a little butterfly that's on there, and the little.
Yes, it is a little butterfly. Yeah, and a flower. Cute. So anyway, we're getting into these matte tints, and we thought, oh, green. And so Debbie painted one green, and it came out really, really cute. Love the green.
Yeah,
love the colors.
Shabby,
you know?
Shabby chic-ish.
Yeah, I think the colors are just great. So let's see if I showed everybody here. I want to show and tell. Okay, then before we get started, we'll talk about this one. Now, we have some colored glue sticks as well. And this is one that we did. Now, I'm going to hold this up because if you look real close, you can see the little detail here. The only reason this didn't come out as good as the other ones is because we did it with a colder, a smaller, here.
This.
We did it with this little glue gun. And it's a low temp glue gun. And we knew when we did it that it was not going to come out like the other ones. But because we were using our bigger glue gun, higher temp for the video, we didn't want to get the colors into that glue gun. If you could understand what I mean. We didn't want to contaminate the glue gun that we're going to use clear glue with the colors. But believe me, just from this little sample, we know that these would work. In another video, maybe we'll try that and just use all colored, glue.
Yeah.
Because we're sorry we didn't have another high temp glue gun to show you how they come out. But believe me, just from our experience with it, you could tell from the very intricate detail that's in this already, even though it didn't come out perfect, it would work with the higher temp. So that being said, you could use, we got a bag of these off of Amazon for, I don't know, hardly anything. And this is just a fraction of the colors that came in that bag. So you could go crazy with the colored glue. And like I say, maybe we'll do a video here in the near future just using these with the higher temp and see how they come out. But we're pretty sure that they would be successful. This we're going to talk to you about too. This is another thing we had. I guess I'll just show it on the video or on the experiment here. Okay, so what we're going to do is make one of these for you, and this is the frame we're going to make. Now this one, I have already put a base coat of white on it because I'm going to paint over it with one of the matte tints, and it takes a little while for the white acrylic to dry, not hours or anything, but longer than I thought you guys would want to wait and watch paint dry. So I went ahead and painted one so that we could go ahead and start with the matte tint and show you how that works. So right now we're going to do the mold here. So can they see me? All right, now the secret to this is keep your point down in the mold and just keep moving along and make sure that it's here. I think if we're going to do this again, we would invest in a more expensive glue gun because this one is harder to use. Anyway, just keep going.
Your hand's blocking the
I know I have to hold this thing for a minute. Sorry, you guys. Okay, just keep going. And we may not have this thing hot enough yet.
Did you release
Come on, here he comes. Yeah. Okay, just keep going and make sure that your point is down in the glue, because that way you can push it down into the corners and everything. Here we go. Okay, just keep going and you'll be able to see if you miss a spot like along the edge or not. It'll show up. You'll be able to see if there's glue in there or not. But just keep going. Take your time. Don't rush. Just do a section at a time. And like I say, if you have a better glue gun, you're lucky, because this one is harder to use. But it's what we had, and you know how we are. We want to make it now. Okay. And I think that looks pretty good from where I'm sitting. Does that look pretty good to you, Deb?
I think you can fill in a little bit more.
Here? Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're... This is a job that's actually better if you're standing a little. What, here?
All up there, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you want it pretty full so it's even with the
Yes,
the
mold.
mold. And being that the glue is clear, it's kind of gives an optical illusion. You think it is, but then
Right,
it's
but then
not.
it's not. So that's why we say just take your time. Over here? Here? Okay.
Just keep the tip in there,
Yep. And it's pretty forgiving. You can go back and fill in where you missed. And the other thing is you won't have these bright lights shining on it because it gives it... Okay, that looks pretty good from here. How does it look from there? Is this over here? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, now, here's the little trick that Debbie came up with. Oh, okay. All right. this is freezer paper. And you want to take freezer paper only and stick it on the top, and I'll tell you what I mean by only. Okay, and then take something that you have that's flat and just press down. Right?
And,
Any other
and
tips?
just some pressure, because it will push that glue into the mold, to make sure you get all the little
Nooks and
nooks
crannies.
and crannies in there. Plus, it will give you a flat surface on your
Right.
back.
Which you don't get if you don't do this.
Right.
And believe me, that makes a big difference. So that'll be good, huh?
Yeah, well, you want it, you gotta leave it there
That's
till it's
right.
dry. You don't want
Yeah.
to lift that paper off till it's dry.
No.
Otherwise, it will pull
And,
everything.
right. And so we tried a bunch of different things on the, instead of the freezer paper, just to see if they would work, so we could tell you what we found. Definitely you don't want to use tinfoil. Now,
Yeah.
we thought that tinfoil would work,
Yeah.
because, why wouldn't it? There's nothing really to stick to, but it doesn't. Wax paper didn't work either. It
Well,
wasn't
kinda
bad,
did,
but yeah,
but it,
but not as well
yeah.
as the freezer paper.
I wonder if parchment paper would work. We didn't try parchment
No,
paper.
we didn't try. You're right. We didn't
Yeah.
try parchment paper. It might work.
Yeah.
You could give that a try and see. And when we do the video with these, we could try the parchment paper.
Yeah.
But today, right now, freezer paper is your best friend. That one
Yes.
seems to work the best. And you can tell, you'll be able to tell when it's dry, because see, it's pretty hot right now. But you'll be able to tell when it's dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to the side while it dries, which it doesn't take but just a few minutes. But this is the same frame, and the one that I already coated with the white paint. And as soon as that's dry, we'll show you how to take the paper off of it and all that stuff. But just to keep the video from going too long and moving along here, I'm going to go ahead and put some paint on this guy.
Yeah, so first you did that, right?
Yeah, I already told him.
Oh.
I first did the white paint, and we just used the Artist Loft acrylic titanium white, but you could use any white paint basically that you have. Okay, so then I'm going to take matte tints, and I'm going to use the color Shark for this one. Shake it up really good. And then just put a little bit out. Okay. And then just take like a, a little watercolor brush or whatever. And I don't dilute it or anything. You didn't dilute yours either,
No,
did you?
uh-uh.
No. Okay, and you can see how it's almost like a watercolor in itself. And then just start dabbing it on. Just however you want. And you'll see how the pattern starts to really stand out. The little floral. And you can put you can put as many coats on as you like. Because this is so thin and kind of like I say, is it ready?
No, just
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah. Because I want to pull it off on screen. Yeah. Okay. Because it's like watercolor, excuse me for going backwards here, but you may want to do more than one coat. It just depends on the look you want, and you just go along, take your time, get the feel of what you want it to look like. And you could see, I hope you could see in the camera here. Am I in camera, Bob? Debbie?
Yes, you are.
That it really brings out the design of the frame, whatever color you use, gold, blue, whatever. The frame really takes a life of its own once you start putting a color on it. And you'll see what I mean when we take the paper off of this other frame. You think, oh my gosh, these are terrible, but yet they're not. Okay. And just keep going. And it's, you know, it's very relaxing.
There's just so much potential with these little
Oh, I
guys.
know. You can do so much with them. And they're so much fun. And I mean, gosh, they couldn't be cheaper to make. I mean, you know, just a little glue from your glue gun and you can come up with some really cute stuff. And usually I like to, and so does Deb, paint on the edge, on the inside edge here. Am I still in? Okay. Okay. Now you can see that's really cute. Now you can take it farther, you know. Now, how many coats did you put on yours, Deb?
Just one coat, actually, mine.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I made it
Yeah, pretty thick.
light.
But anyway, just keep going till you feel like you know, have the look that you want. Now, once this dries, of course, it's going to be a lot darker. It's right now it's pretty light, and you'll think, oh, maybe I want more, and maybe you will. But you might want to just, you know, let this dry a minute and see how it looks, and then go back and add more if you feel like you need it. But that's all there is to it. And we swear by these matte tints. And of course, the gold is always good, and the silver too, if you detail it out with the gold, I think is the best. Okay, is that guy dry yet? Okay. I have a injury on my arm. I'm trying to camouflage it. I was moving a piece of furniture today, and I scraped my arm on the door frame thing, and it doesn't look very nice. Okay, so here we go. Let me make sure we're in camera here so you can see this. All right, so it's all dry now, and you can tell that because it's cool. Okay, and you just start rolling the paper back, and you can see how easy it comes off. She says, yeah, there you go. And you can see, and look how nice and flat that is on the frame. There's no bumps or anything, which happens sometimes. And I can see where I did get it totally filled in over here. But we'll see how that comes out in the end here. All right, then just pull your frame back. Don't pull this from the frame, because it'll distort it. You just want to pull your frame back from the piece, roll it back, and that way you won't get any distortion in the frame. And look how cute that came. You know, it's perfect. Now, you're always going to have these little oddball pieces, and those, just take a little pair of scissors, and these little scissors are perfect for this. And now that we've used, they're supposed to be for cutting paper, but we've used them on so many other projects because they're so useful. We've got to order some more of them. These will be in the link below too if you want them. They're not expensive, and they're very good, especially for cutting little detail stuff. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, you just trim those little pieces off. And I'm not going to do all of them right now because of the fact, you know, that we're on camera and you guys don't want to watch that. But anyway, they're easy to trim off with scissors. But see what I mean? You look at this and you think, oh no, there's nothing here. This did not work. No, it did work. And I'll show you why. Once you add the paint to it, in fact, maybe I'll do the gold because that really, you can really see it with the gold. The pastels and stuff, you know, are lighter, so it takes a little different effect. But the gold, it just really pops right away. All right. Now, let me do this so you can see. Now also with the gold, you don't need to put the white on first. I didn't. Did you, Deb?
No.
Yeah. The gold and the silver. Did I put it on the silver? I can't remember. I
don't
might
think so.
have,
You
but
did?
no.
No, I don't know. I don't
I don't know.
remember.
Probably not, because it's like it's the same thing, only it's gold or silver. But anyway, you could see, I hope you could see in the camera here, how the pattern instantly comes up. And again, you can put, you know, as many coats as you feel you want on here. I think I did a couple coats on mine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can see how great that looks. And over here you think, oh geez, I don't even see anything. But once you put that paint on, everything comes to life, and it's amazing. To me it was. I thought, oh, this was a bum. I thought for sure this is a fail, but no, it's not. Okay, I won't go ahead and paint the whole thing, but you can see how great that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Here?
Just
Here?
Stay right there.
They can see?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so you can see all the details.
difference, yeah, from this side to that
Oh
side,
yeah,
yeah.
over here you
Mhm.
think, when you pull it out of the mold, and that's what we both thought when we did our first ones, we thought, oh no, this didn't work. That was a loss. But no, it's not. So just keep that in mind when you're starting out. Okay, so then, I'm going to hand that to you. So then, let's see, next part is we're going to make something, right? We hope. So here's my little blue frame that I did previous. And this one I went ahead and put the white coat on just like I showed you before. And then put the blue matte tint on. And I thought this might be kind of cute if we made a card with it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I had this little piece, this little pattern, this little print of a little teacup. This is on our website, or on our Etsy page. They're the ones that we did when we did the circles and squares. And I think they're on the website, it's a 1-inch square. But I reduced it down a little bit on the printer when I printed them out, and got it so it would fit inside this little frame. And I think I reduced it down about 25%, something like that. But anyway, what you need to do, and I should mention that while we're here, what you need to do is, if you want to make sure that your print, your pattern, fits in here, of course, if you have a sheet with pattern with stuff on it, you just go like this and you can tell it fits in there. But if you want to make sure that you're resizing something, just go ahead and trace the inside of your frame, and then you could cut that out and measure it and see what it is what size you need to make your frame. That's kind of confusing, but that's basically what it is. So anyway, I'm just going to take this guy and I'm going to glue him onto the back of this frame. So do you have any handy hits about when you were making yours? No?
No.
They're so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're
really
nice. They're not stressful to make, that's for sure.
No, they're not. You know, that's the fun of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fun of them. This one, where is it? This one, this was a stamp that I found somewhere, and it fit right in there.
Yeah, that
so
was
look at
perfect.
stamps, you know. That other one that we did with the, where's my tweezies? That other one that we did with the fabric, the stamped fabric, you know. All kinds of stuff. Okay, so we're just going to glue him down here. And the other thing about this is, if you find that your picture or pattern or whatever it is you're using doesn't quite fit in there, you can kind of squeeze these frames around because they're still flexible. So, you know, you can kind of like squeeze him down, make sure he fits right on on the picture. There, it came out good. Be over here just a hair. Okay. All right, so now because I didn't want to take up time, because I didn't want to take up time gluing fabric to paper, which I'm sure you guys know how to do. We just took some Yes paste. You can use fabric tack, any kind of glue that works for you with fabric and paper you can use. And we had a little scrap of this, and I glued it down to the paper. Had I been thinking about it, more, I would have stitched this fabric first. I like that look. I think it would have been cute, but I didn't. So I just took the faded burlap distress ink and inked around the edges, which gave it some dimension. But my druthers would have been making a stitch around, either by hand or on the machine. Okay, so I see this guy is not fitting right in there. Okay. Get up there, buddy. All right. Now I'm going to glue him down to the card. I thought this would make a cute card, Mother's Day or birthday or something like that. And one reason is, I'll show you in a minute why I really like this one, is just make sure you get enough glue on him to hold him on. Alrighty. And I think about right there looks good, I guess. Hopefully, because that's where he is. Hope he looks good there, because that's where he is. Okay, yeah, he's really taken hold. All right. So then, I've had this little spoon that we found at a flea market thing for, gosh, I don't know how long. And I've always wanted to use it, and we never have. And I thought, how perfect would it be, because of the little teacup, to put this little spoon on there. Now, I'm hoping this glue will stick. If not, I'll have to go back later and put something a little sturdier on, but he'll work for right now. And I thought I would just glue him like right in here somewhere. Yeah, he's not going to stick with this. Probably going to need fabric tack or something heavier. Yeah. Nope, no such luck, buddy. Okay. Is he coming out? Okay, let's try fabric tack and see what happens. If I can get him out of there. Come on, dude. Okay. Oops. Thinking about right there. I hope he sticks. Otherwise, we'll have to use something like that E6000 or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
No, he is not going to. Yep, he's sticking. I'm just moving him too much. Okay, so he's not dry yet, but you get the gist of it. And I think this makes a super cute card. Not only would it be a cute card, but be a cute cover, something to add to your journal cover. But I think that's really cute.
It is cute.
I like it, yeah. And I thought I'd make a cute little birthday card or Mother's Day card or something. We had a bunch of these envelopes and cards set from the Dollar Tree that we got a bunch of them, so we're trying to use them up. But it makes a really cute little greeting card. I'm not going to put it in the envelope because this isn't dry yet, but you get the idea behind it. But look how cute these frames are. I'm just crazy about these frames. Yeah. And I think you can get some, well, I not think, I know you can get some that are, trims and stuff, which would be fun to work with. So when we do the colored ink, colored glue, which we're going to do for sure, maybe we could get some of those trims and stuff and use. Because the molds are very inexpensive, so you can have a lot of fun without a big major investment. So anyway, I guess, gee, is that it? Yeah, so if you guys have used this process before, let us know any tips and tricks that you have, because this is day one for us, basically. We have not done this process in the past, but we like it. It's fun. You know, it's a lot of fun to do and easy. And like Debbie said, it's very relaxing. You just kind of sit here and make your little stuff and paint them, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, and there's a lot of things you can do with them. Magnets, greeting cards, cute Christmas ornaments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those would be cute. You know,
Yeah.
They're showing those little frames on the trees right now.
Right.
It's really popular
Right.
this year.
Right.
And you could do it affordably.
Yes,
making
for
them.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because
They would
darn,
be
those
super
little
cute.
ornaments get pricey when
Oh
they're
my gosh.
$25 a piece, and you have quite a big tree to
I know.
put on.
I know.
And you could, with some ribbon and these
Right.
molds, you could whip
Right.
those out in
Right.
no time.
And how cute would Santa be in here, you know? Because it almost looks like a little wreath feel to it, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess that's it for us this week, and we hope you'll check us out next week, and thanks for stopping by.